It's very crafty.
I love it.
Very crafty and cool and simple though as the same. What was your favorite part about your birthday yesterday?
All of it.
All of it. What time did it start at?
Last
Last week.
Thursday.
Last week.
Thursday.
And you are how old?
Old. I'm at the halftime show.
Is that something the halftime show? People would think that you're 50 now.
Really?
I would say
I don't
that
think so because the number of people that live to be 100 are few and far
No, but I
between.
just think that halftime would be 50.
No, 50 is like a big number, but I'm 45. I feel like 90 is a more age to live to. Like it's a good goal to grow to age to be 90. I don't know that you'll be a great 90-year-old. I think you'll be fine.
Be fab.
I think we're going to have a lot of sticky notes around the house is what we're going to have. I'm going to start buying them now.
Thank you. I love sticky notes.
I know you do. And we'll just put sticky notes around.
But yesterday, your party started at 9 a.m.
Yes. Yeah. And I
had
started
coffee
off my
and
day.
breakfast.
I started off my 45th year. Well, I guess it's my 46th year. Being active. I went for a walk.
You
hike.
went for a hike.
You get so whatever about the word hike.
And then we
It's
went for a little scooter ride to get your Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
You got your Starbucks.
Free
And then
birthday
you had a
treat.
little nap, a little nappy poo.
I took my
And then
scooter there.
got your hair all done up and we went out for dinner.
Yes, we
Nice
did.
little dinner. Soiree, if you will.
And
Full day.
We did my favorite thing, which is to go somewhere for dinner. And then we went, and then I like to go somewhere for dinner and I like to go somewhere else for dessert. But we went somewhere else in between for oyster shots, which is our birthday thing. It's our
shooters.
celebratory
Oyster shooters. Yep.
thing is birthday
Yeah.
shots. So we're going to read
Sober
the
life.
23rd.
Oh, we're on the 23rd.
Yeah,
What
we're
was the 22nd? I didn't even read it. I heard it was a good one though.
Is it?
It was
I
about
don't-
child rearing.
No.
Responsibility for family members.
Oh.
About parenting.
Okay, but we're on the 23rd.
Oh,
Come
man,
on, move
but
along,
that
move
one
along.
looks
We don't
fun.
have all day. People have things to do.
Self-care.
Self-care.
Self-care. Do you want to read it?
There's such a negative connotation to that wording.
Self-care. What do you hear when you hear self-care?
Selfishness.
Do you?
Well, I feel
I feel that when I hear it, I feel lazy because sometimes I don't take care of myself. Sometimes I don't do my physical activities, my working out, my eating properly. And so I have to take care of myself. I have to study. I have to do my
we should just
devos.
read this. Do you want me to read it? Self-care. When
It's funny how we can hear two different things.
will we become lovable? When will we feel safe? When will we get all the protection, nurturing, and love we so richly deserve? We will get it when we begin giving it to ourselves. That's from the book Beyond Codependency, which I think is also written by Melody Beattie. This book is called The Language of Letting Go. The idea of giving ourselves what we want and need can be confusing, especially if we've spent many years not knowing that it's okay to take care of ourselves. Taking our energy and focus off others and their responsibilities and placing that energy onto ourselves and to our responsibilities is a recovery behavior that can be acquired. We learn it by daily practice. We begin by relaxing, by breathing deeply, and letting go of our fears enough to feel as peaceful as we can. Then we ask ourselves, what do I need to do to take care of myself today or for this moment? What do I need and want to do? What would demonstrate love and self-responsibility? Am I caught up in the belief that others are responsible for making me happy, responsible for me? Then the first thing I need to do is correct my belief system. I am responsible for myself. Do I feel anxious and concerned about a responsibility I've been neglecting? Then perhaps I need to let go of my fears and tend to that responsibility. Do I feel overwhelmed, out of control? Maybe I need to journey back to the first of the 12 steps. Have I been working too hard? Maybe what I need to do is take some time off and do something fun. Have I been neglecting my work or daily tasks? Then maybe what I need to do is get back to my routine. There is no recipe, no formula, no guidebook for self-care. We each have a guide, and that guide is within us. We need to ask the question, what do I need to do to take loving, responsible care of myself? Then we need to listen to the answer. Self-care is not that difficult. The most challenging part is trusting the answer and having the courage to follow through once we hear it. Today, I will focus on taking care of myself. I will trust myself and my higher power to guide me in this process. Yeah, that's good.
I hear like discipline. I like discipline because it's a set of instructions that can be followed. And then I incorporate that into my daily life. And so I think that's a good thing, is having discipline.
Agreed.
And then when I can look back and go, oh, wow, I haven't been disciplined, I mark it down. And, you know, I've had a few bad months in a row on my physical discipline. And I think it's good check marks to see where we're at physically, mentally, spiritually, as a person, as a recovered person. And so that we can continue our recovery. And so then we can be message bearers. We can be light and salt to the world around us. But this is the temple of God. And so he didn't just stay up there. He didn't just make a temple over on the mountain, but he's created within us as temples. And so do I have a happy home for the glory of God?
Yeah. And it's good to do that reflecting. Like, I do think since starting a schedule, like giving myself a schedule, I've had more fun. I get more done. But I have to constantly look at it and check and see, like, am I actually doing the things that I wanted to get done and that I need to get done? And so, you know, I really like having that routine. It's been really helpful. I feel a little bit of sadness that summer is wrapping to a close with the cooler weather. I think
it's just getting started.
I really
March break's just finishing.
I have really, really loved this warm weather, and I have to be outside to experience the warm weather because it is freezing cold in this house. And so I need to get stuff done so that I can go outside. And then I can enjoy the warm weather because it's leaving. And so it's been really fun for me this summer.
So that's part of self-care, is getting out.
Yeah.
Having activity.
Yeah. And then
you actually like activity.
I do. And so it's what's really been helpful is having
me, right?
You have been so helpful. Having the checklist of like, oh, these are the things that I wanted to get done. Oh, they're done. Now I can go play and I don't have to feel bad. Except that I still have lurking. I
think the point of recovery, the Christian life, is to worship God, and then in turn, be light and salt to other people. Make disciples that make disciples. And I think sometimes we can get caught up in self-care. And so I know people, especially guys, but I'm sure it applies to girls, is they start hitting the gym and they start making these gains, and then that becomes the focus, and they take themselves away from self-care and into worship of their own body or their own mental whatever is going on, and they relapse, and the hours that they put into their bodies is gone literally in the smoke of a crack pipe, and 3 months later they're whittled down to nothing.
Yeah. Well, and for me, I've never really like celebrated myself. Like I don't think that's something I've ever done. I've neglected myself a lot. I didn't take care of myself, and I didn't follow through. Like I would have really, really bad eczema breakouts or whatever, and so I'd kind of sometimes maybe in crisis, but I didn't take care of myself on a regular basis. And this is the first time, like when I go kayaking, I feel strong. I feel like, and then being out on the water where and the water's peaceful and there's
and you love to see the birds,
and
you love to see the great blue herring.
I've realized I have a bit of a weird thing with birds though. Like I love them.
Phobia. As long as you don't get too near you.
I'm a little bit afraid.
I can't wait till a flock of geese land.
No, there was like a big bird. It was a black one. It was not an eagle or a hawk.
I think most birds are scary.
So it was the death bird, the bird that eats the dying things, maybe.
The
I don't
vulture.
know. But it was like circling and it was really big, and I'm like banging my paddle on the ground, and my friend was laughing. She's like, "It's not coming for you."
So maybe that's a big difference of the codependent to the addict, is like we live for fun and we just do fun and we leave everybody else in the dust. As long as we're having fun, we're okay. Right. And so maybe we've taken the fun and robbed the other people of fun.
You've escaped from responsibility, whereas my responsibility was my escape.
Yeah, and it eliminates everything else and your identity and who you are. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think that's a key. Can I tell people what I got you for fun? Well, you got a kayak, so that's you like that. I felt the blow up kayak thing was a bit. It's
Thank you for acquiescing.
It was a lot of work. Like not a lot of work. It's just like you
it.
go there, you got to pump it up.
I love it. You know what my favorite is now? So I have a blow up kayak. It takes like, I don't know, 10 minutes to put it all together and get in the water, maybe 15 because I take my time.
I like my herb hobby
at
better
the end,
than kayaking.
At the end, I knew that I was going to take another half hour and I was just going to chill at the beach. And I had my towel and I dried it all out and I just relaxed. I just sat there like on the parking.
See, me sitting there is just a realization how out of shape I am.
I just sat there. And then like another couple came and parked there. My kayak's drying out. They're unpacking their blow up kayaks. We're chatting. It was. Anyway, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's nice.
I loved it.
That's a great activity for you. And then we have bikes, but you don't like to bike. And so I bought Vicky a scooter that goes 25 kilometers an hour. That you should probably wear some protective gear.
I know I need a helmet.
I don't think you need a helmet. I'm just saying.
I feel like there's a.
So we went from our house, and I drove my bike, and then I realized how out of shape I am, and I rode my bike and had trouble keeping up with you on your scooter, and you get out at Starbucks and you're like, and I'm like, I can't even go in to order because I'm out of breath, and you're just.
I probably should have just got a nicer bike, like a better bike, but I'm not good at biking.
No, I think scooters. To see you giggle on your scooter is.
I feel like a 12-year-old.
The price tag is you can't put a price tag on that. A little giggling 45-year-old woman scootering around the neighborhood is priceless. But I think scooters are cool. Imagine going to Quebec City. And the scooters are pulling out the scooter and whipping around Quebec City. Even like commuting on a bus, you get to scooter to the bus. You get to like.
I love it.
I think Jordan should get a scooter for Algonquin, like for college. Oh, you don't have any classes, do you? I think you can bring scooters in anywhere. I got
stuff I got to get done today. No
hey,
offense.
Join us today at 4 p.m. We're going to we're in the book of Matthew for our Union City Church. And we'll see you at 4 o'clock. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow or the next day or some other day. All right. Peace and love. Do something fun. We're still on.
Fun Day Monday.
You want to say something?
Fun Day Monday. If they comment or post, did you get all the new names?
Hundreds.
There was a couple of new comments.
Fun Day Monday, we will do a draw for anybody that engages in this week's Morning Devos. Like